About 270 years ago, in the middle of the Edo period, there was a town physician in Hachinohe by the name of Ando Shoeki. He put forth new, forward-thinking ideas that called for the abolition of the class system, gender equality, conservation of the environment, and harmony with nature. It can be said that his philosophy is related to present-day SDGs ideas about a sustainable society and ecology, and is still alive in our society today. In this short video, we will trace Shoeki's footsteps and follow the development of his thought during his years in Hachinohe. Most of Shoeki's life is still shrouded in mystery. In 1703, he was born in present-day Odate City in Akita Prefecture. He devoted himself to Buddhist ascetic practices in his childhood and then studied medicine. After studying medicine in Kyoto, Shoeki, at the age of 42, moved to Hachinohe in 1744 and began to live as a town physician in the present-day Jusan Nichimachi area. The Chronicle of the Hachinohe domain mentions that due to Shoeki's treatment, a horseback archer and the chief retainer of the Hachinohe domain recovered from illness. Shoeki was not only an excellent physician, but also a scholar with extensive knowledge. He lived in Hachinohe for 15 years. A few years after Shoeki moved to Hachinohe, something happened that would have a profound impact on him. Several years of successive floods and poor crops, which led to famines. In 1749, a famine known as Inoshishi Kegaji, or the wild boar famine, was so dreadful that over 3,000 people starved to death. Soybean production was popular in Hachinohe in those days, and when other plants grew on the farmland that remained uncultivated after soybean production, wild boars invaded villages and devoured all the crops in the fields. This famine caused many people to lose their lives, and most of the victims were farmers. It is said that their deaths created an absolutely appalling sight. Having witnessed the horrifying famine, Shoeki started to doubt the social class system. He questioned why farmers who supported society with their crops lost their lives first, while the ruling classes, the samurai and the merchants, survived. With this tragedy as a catalyst, Shoeki started to develop social criticism and deepen his vision on how nature should function. Shoeki called this society, where samurai in the upper social position oppressed farmers in the lower position, the world of law. To him, farmers who produced the food that society needed to live should be respected for their labor. He criticized the feudal system, claiming that the current society was different from how it should be. He then put forth his own ideas. For people to live and survive, they need many things, such as food, clothes, or dwellings, and these things are produced through various activities, such as agriculture, forestry, or manufacturing, and the resulting products support a lot of people. Shoeki called this situation where everybody is living their lives while being equally engaged in productive activities, jokko, or direct cultivation. Another fact worth noting here is that Shoeki suggested that the two Chinese characters, meaning man and woman, should be interpreted together as human being, thus denying gender differences and class discrimination. He insisted on the equality of men and women and the abolition of class differences. Shoeki also reflected on how human beings should live in harmony with nature. He advocated the importance of gosei, or mutual immanence of otherness, which means the understanding that human beings and nature influence each other and coexist. He also proposed that the ideal way of nature, or the world of nature as he called it, would be for everyone to be equally engaged in productive activities and chokko, or direct cultivation. Influenced by the dreadful famines he experienced in Hachinohe, Shoeki hoped that everyone would strive to preserve the environment and live equally without exploitation. His philosophy was crystallized in Shizenchin Eido, his main work consisting of 101 volumes bound in 93 books. He completed this book while he was living in Hachinohe. In order to make his ideas from Shizenchin Eido known to a wider audience, Shoeki carried out lively discussions by inviting intellectuals from all over Japan, holding debates in various places such as the Tenshoji Temple. Soon after the debates, Shoeki moved back to his hometown, Niida village in present-day Odate city in Akita prefecture, to re-establish the Ando family. There, Shoeki worked hard for the development of agriculture and the improvement of farmers' lives, and he was called the Shuno Daijin, or the garden deity of agriculture. Several years later, Shoeki died at the age of 60 and was buried on the site of the Onsenji temple in his hometown.